The physical infrastructure of South Korea's ancient Buddhist monasteries exists in a state of architectural tension. Ancient monasteries face a specific crisis as they scale into modern hospitality venues. Modern requirements for climate control, heat efficiency, and physical access often conflict with the preservation of thousand-year-old heritage. This diagram illustrates architectural affordance, the principle where the physical placement of barriers and pathways directly influences the occupant's psychological state. Through strategic site planning, modern infrastructure is integrated in a way that maintains the established behavioral pathways of the space. This design approach prioritizes the preservation of therapeutic isolation and spiritual focus. The physical environment functions as an active participant, dictating the specific cognitive outcomes of the guest. Within philosophical frameworks, the ancient temple is classified as a liminal space. This architectural zone temporarily suspends standard urban roles and socioeconomic statuses. As seen here in the disciplined posture of the monks, the monastery interior serves as a transition point between urban overstimulation and psychological restoration. Geographic isolation is a requirement to facilitate this psychological shift. Physical thresholds, such as this stone staircase and arched entryway, act as the hard boundary between the external world and the protected interior. Crossing these boundaries signals the brain to move away from external stressors. The liminal space functions as a highly regulated behavioral boundary regardless of the structure's chronological age. The physical layout establishes the boundaries of the guest experience. Structure acts as an invisible mechanism, directing and constraining behavior towards specific regulated actions. This is achieved through structural friction, where physical obstacles are placed to alter human momentum. This friction is seen in the low height of traditional doorways, which requires physical adjustment to pass through. The irregular spacing of floor stones and the use of multiple physical levels prevent guests from walking in a straight, uninterrupted line. These combined physical elements result in a reduction of walking velocity. This reduced speed necessitates deliberate movement and often triggers the act of bowing. Deliberate, cautious navigation within the space correlates with the onset of deep cognitive recovery. Through structural friction, the monastery becomes a calibrated instrument for mental recovery. The viability of the temple stay model depends on integrating ecological conservation with established cultural foundations. Modern, low-carbon building materials are integrated beneath traditional facades, such as the complex clay tile roofs shown here. This allows for modern functionality while maintaining the illusion of immersion. To maintain this immersion, modern infrastructure must remain completely imperceptible to the guest. Climate control and structural reinforcements are the most complex systems to conceal within an ancient shell. If these systems become visually or acoustically prominent, the environmental integrity of the site is compromised. Acoustic isolation is a core product that participants are consciously purchasing when they visit these ancient heritage sites. Modern design frameworks align with the minimal material consumption characteristic of monastic life. The operational viability of these sites depends entirely on this architectural integration. Data regarding the expansion of the temple stay network demonstrates the practical application of this design methodology. In 2002, the network began with 33 participating locations. By 2021, that number reached 141. This represents a four-fold increase in the network scale over 20 years. This expansion occurred alongside the systematic integration of hidden site design, allowing these locations to increase guest capacity without losing the heritage status required for their operation. Strategic investment in hidden facilities directly supports the financial viability of these sites. These methods protect the classification of sites like this bronze temple bell as national cultural heritage while monetizing the environment. Rigorous architectural preservation is essential for creating a competitive tourism product in the heritage sector. Developers and heritage managers in this sector must approach their work through a specific framework. Structural architecture functions as the deliberate design of human wellness. Balancing contemporary requirements with historical acoustic baselines is complex. The success of these therapeutic environments is relied upon by millions of annual participants. Protecting environmental isolation through hidden affordance provides the stability required for heritage tourism. This video examined the architectural principles that enable modern wellness within ancient structures.